Hey guys, I'm Dr. Tom Warren and you're watching The Plant Doctor. What I want to go over today is something really exciting for you guys. I want to go over some low growing, low maintenance shrubs that you can use in and around your house to enhance the beauty of the landscape. The first one I have here is Touch of Gold Holly. So this is a holly, it's a Coronata holly, and this one's going to get 2 to 3 feet tall and about 2 to 3 feet wide. USDA zone 6 to 9. A great shrub for accents. This is going to add some color in and around the landscape with your shrubbery. No flowers to speak of, but beautiful, beautiful textures and beautiful colors on this shrub here. Additionally, with most of your Coronata hollies, they are going to be deer resistant. So if you have an issue with deer chewing up your landscape, this is a plant that you could use to add a little bit of color and also keep the deer at bay. The next dwarf shrub I want to show you is one that's new to me. This is a Southern Living Collection introduction. This is Arbor Vitae Pancake. So how does it get the name Pancake? It only gets 12 to 18 inches tall, but it's going to get wider. It's going to get 24 to 36 inches wide. Here again, most of your Arbor Vitaes, there's a few exceptions, most of your Arbor Vitaes will be deer resistant. I have seen deer get on Arbor Vitaes when they get extremely hungry, like they're out of acorns and they're out of pansies and everything else that they're eating up in the yard. They might get on Arbor Vitae a little bit, but this is full sun to part shade, USDA zones 5 to 9, and just a beautiful fine textured shrub. The next one is Het's Midget Arbor Vitae. This one's a little more cold hardy than a lot of the plants that we're going to look at. This one's hardy all the way up to zone 3. So our friends all the way up around the Great Lakes could even plant this. It's going to get 3 to 4 foot tall and about the same wide. Loves full sun, but very fine textured needle-like leaves. And it's a nice addition to any landscape. This can be used as a specimen plant. You can plant this in planters. You can also use it as a hedge as well. The next one I want to show you is Fire Chief Arbor Vitae. Look at this foliage here. You can see where it gets the name. Especially in the fall, we get these nice reddish orange textured, fine textured leaves. And this one's going to get 2 to 4 foot tall, 2 to 4 foot wide, full sun, USDA zones 5 to 9. Just a great compact shrub that would look great in any container or as a specimen plant in the landscape. Soft Touch Holly is a holly that's been around for a long time. I've been in the green industry for like 25 years now. I feel like I'm getting old. And this is one of the first hollies that I ever learned as a teenager. So this one's been around a while. It is a tried and true low growth, low maintenance plant that you can use in your landscape. Soft Touch Holly is going to be USDA zone 6 to 9. I've seen them get about 3 foot tall. They get wider than they do tall, so they're going to get 3 to 4 foot wide. And just a great full sun shrub, very drought tolerant, deer resistant. I've seen this in areas where there's lots of deer, and deer do not touch this plant. So this is a great shrub. If you just want a shrub that you can use as a hedge or as a specimen plant, stick it in the ground, water it that first year. Once it's established, not really have to worry about watering again. Don't have to worry about disease. Don't have to worry about the deer getting on it. This is one for you to consider. A plant that's gaining popularity in a lot of areas for a landscape plant is Distillium. This particular one is a Southern Living introduction called Jewel Box. This one only gets 2 to 3 feet tall and about 2 to 3 feet wide as well. Full sun with Jewel Box. This is a great alternative to boxwood or holly. We've looked at several hollies already. And this is a good alternative if you're in an area that's starting to experience boxwood blight and you're looking for something to kind of replace that same textured leaf. Consider Distillium. Full sun plant to part shade. This one's not quite as cold hardy as some of the other ones we've looked at. This one's USDA zone 7 to 9. So if you're like Nashville and Little Rock, Arkansas, Oklahoma City north, this may not be for you, but if you're from there down towards the Gulf Coast and those zones, consider Distillium. A plant that probably can survive literally anywhere. Clay soil, sandy soil, wet soil, dry soil, really doesn't matter. As long as you've got full sun to part sun and you're in USDA zone 7 to 9, consider dwarf cryptomeria. Drought tolerant, just a great all-around shrub. A shrub you can literally stick in the ground. Once established, you can forget about it. I don't know of any diseases that get on these. The deer really don't care for them too much either. So this is your shrub if you just want to stick a shrub in the ground or in a container and more or less forget about it. In the container, you're probably going to have to water it a little bit more. But in the landscape, this is one of those stick it in the ground and forget about it plants, dwarf cryptomeria. The next one I want to look at is a proven winner selection. This is Double Play Doozy. This is a spirea that constantly blooms. Full sun, very cold hardy all the way up to zone 3. This is a zone 3 to 9 plant. Where I'm at, this is kind of what we would call semi-evergreen, semi-deciduous. It'll drop its leaves, but it never fully drops its leaves, at least in my experience, it doesn't. You go further north, this is going to be more of a deciduous shrub. But the new growth is very intriguing here. You got this red new growth here. Continuously bloomed. So we are in, I think today is October the 21st, and it's still blooming here. So most spireas, you're going to get a beautiful bloom in the springtime, and then that's kind of it. This one blooms in the spring and will continue to bloom as well. Doesn't get that tall, 2 to 3 feet tall. It's going to get a little bit wider, as you can see here, probably more in the 3 to 4 foot range wide. Drought tolerant once established. A great shrub if you're looking for some flower color, you're looking for some leaf color as well. This shrub here has color almost year round where I'm at. Just a great all around shrub for color. It's great in containers. You can plant it as a specimen. You can plant it as a hedge as well. Another member of the Double Play series by Proven Winners. This is Candy Corn, another spirea. And I want you to look at this foliage. It's just fantastic. We got all kinds of yellows, reds, greens here. Another dwarf, only 1.5 to 2 feet tall, drought tolerant. USDA zones 4 to 7 on this one. Not quite as cold hardy as the last one that we looked at, but still very cold hardy. Puts on a nice color of flower in the spring as well. But this one does not flower continuously like the one that we just looked at. But the trade-off for this one is I think the color on this one is so much better. There's more interest here. Lots of yellows and reds. Something that might pair very well with this would be like a purple or a blue butterfly bush. You'd have the yellows contrasting with those flowers, and I think that would look really nice. But this is one to consider. Another one looks great in containers, looks great as a specimen, and a companion plant as well. This video wouldn't be possible without our friends at Pax Nursery. I'll make sure to leave a link to their website down in the description below. Proudly serving North Alabama since 1968. These guys are big players in the nursery and landscape business in our area. If you live in the area, make sure to give them a visit or visit their website below. Guys, as always, thank you for watching The Plant Doctor. And until next time, happy gardening.